All right, guys, we're currently in Rome. What are we doing here?
We are getting a tour by, I think it's one of the locals. We just found him standing outside the forum.
It's a residential architect.
Yeah, we gave him a few euro and a bottle of water and said, "Can you guide us around?" So that's what he's doing. He's taking us around.
I have a super exciting stuff. We've got David here. You used to be a property manager for how long? How many properties did you manage before?
Well, I own several properties at one point.
How many units do you have?
4. Well, on Sunday.
On Sunday, you'll have 5.
When I'm married, I'll have 4.
You'll have 4.
I have 2 in my name.
So 4, and then we've got Andre. He's got
Good man. Good man.
Andre, how many units are you managing right now for your renovations? You have 2 units?
2? Well, not 3.
3 units total. Well, we are all in Rome for some business and pleasure. Of course, we're all hanging out. But anyways,
once you break it,
we're all here. It's the middle. Everyone else is at work. So there's 2 reasons why we're able to be here. One is having good fiscal jobs, or a second one, archaeology, and then we're also checking out Rome and just talking real estate every once in a while. So there's a lot of old real estate here, and we're staying in Airbnb, which we're also checking out. Maybe possibly buying some or interacting with that, but super neat being in just a foreign country doing stuff.
Yeah.
This is interesting. This is a dedication. It's to the Emperor Augustus by the tribune of the plebs. You see that? The plebes, poor people.
Is this going to be on the exam?
Yes.
So the triumphs were coming through here. What is a triumph?
A triumph is a specific ceremony that was done following a Roman victory. This whole procession would have been lined with people cheering. The army, the victorious army, would have marched through in their best equipment and gear, and the triumphal general would have ridden a quadriga, a 4-horse chariot, down the road to then go pay sacrifices at the Temple of Jupiter.
And what are some of the coolest sacrifices?
Sacrifices were not like people, they were usually animals.
I thought there was the war, generally they'd have war captives and they'd be paraded during this.
They were, but they didn't sacrifice them, they just killed them.
Oh, I see.
They just killed them, like there wasn't a religious undertone.
Oh, just for fun?
Yes. The Temple of Romulus. Yeah.
So-called.
So-called, yeah.
So-called.
It's a fairly late structure.
Why is it so-called?
So this is part of the constructions of Maxentius, the emperor that came before Constantine and the emperor that was defeated at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. This particular shrine is called the Temple of Romulus because of the friezes that are inside depicting Romulus, one of the founders of Rome, arguably the founder of Rome because he had to kill his brother Remus. This is a really important historical monument because of a specific point in history that it depicts. The arch was constructed by the Emperor Titus to commemorate the victory over the Jewish revolt, the first Jewish revolt. It has a really important frieze inside. It shows the sacking of the temple in Jerusalem. You see the menorah? Titus was the son of Vespasian. Vespasian was the first emperor to come to power and stay after the fall of the Julio-Claudians. Vespasian and his son Titus came to prominence in Roman politics because they were the generals that put down the Jewish revolt. This frieze shows a very specific event, and if you come here, I'll show you exactly what you're looking at. So, what you're seeing is the Roman soldiers carrying off the sacred objects from the temple.
Solid gold menorah that they just...
Yeah, there's 5 items I'm going to point out. The menorah is obviously self-explanatory. To the right and to the left of it, you see what kind of looks like flags. Those are not flags, those are golden incense shovels that were used for rituals at the Jewish temple. And then the trumpets. You see the trumpets that were used in ceremonies at the temple in Jerusalem. And over on top, you see the bust of Titus as victorious. It is like the male personification of victory.
All right, guys, we are in Rome again. And we're at a real estate mastermind. This year it's in Rome. This year the topic is what's going on with Airbnbs and what's going on with interest rates, right? And we've identified a property that is a little older. It is a little bit older, but I think it would actually have great view. The location is fantastic. The thought is Airbnb. That is true. And so when we show you the property, just think about it all through the context of Airbnb. Yep. So the Pantheon is what we're thinking. Yep. There's a lot of rooms. There was some murder at the Catholic Church, all that.
Great acreage too.
But
fantastic.
Good location. We're right in all the areas. There's a lot of restaurants everywhere. I think you could charge a lot.
Very walkable center of the city.
Walkable.
So, yeah.
Little murdery, Catholic Church. But, you know, that's nothing the Spanish didn't do either. Maybe they learned it from somewhere. All right, guys, I am still in Rome, and we just had our very first Change the People or Change the People. Something was not a cultural fit, didn't take the ownership, but they needed to. They were a decent worker. After repeated months of trying, talking, finally it was to protect the rest of the culture and everybody else on the team. We did a Change the People or Change the People. So thanks, Tom, for kind of inspiring us to do that. It already feels like a breath of fresh air, and yeah, sometimes you got to make tough choices. All right, hope this helps somebody.